Hey, I'm Todd. Thanks for choosing to watch my video, and if you would subscribe it, like it, all that stuff, that'd be great. Otherwise, enjoy the video, and I hope it gives you the information you need and is helpful to you. Take care. Alright, 2002 Acura 3.2 TL Type S front brake pad replacement. Go ahead and break the lug nuts loose. 19mm lug nuts, there's 5 of them. Break them loose. Everything is left to loosen, right to tighten. A turn or two on your front wheel, of course, because that's what you're doing. Then you can jack it up. There's a nice piece of metal in the middle. You can jack up both sides. Or there's a nice pinch weld. A drop down here with a little arrow there showing you that's where you can jack. So you can jack that on either side if you want. Get the vehicle up, protect yourself, use safety stands, and then you'll see when you take the wheel off the rest of the way, here's what you got. Go ahead and turn the wheel from left to right to make it easier to access the caliper. So we got the caliper bracket, and the brake rotor. And you probably saw we broke these loose with our impact socket. They can be pretty tough to get out, so I do recommend that. Using an impact driver to loosen up the screws. Right there, so here's your basic tools. Rotor, new hardware, new pads, a couple torque wrenches, a screwdriver, collapsing the piston, 18 I think, 17 and 14, 3/8 impact gun, hammer, a couple larger impact guns. So I like to collapse the piston first and check our slides and everything. Just going to get in here and get started between the rotor and the caliper. I'm going to push out, and hopefully if it's a good caliper piston and slides, it'll slide. If it doesn't, you may consider new calipers. I'm just going to get in here. We've already lowered our brake fluid level so it's not going to spill out. We'll talk about the brake fluid at the end. Just like to massage that down. Then our pistons are decollapsed for reinstallation. Boom, bottom, touchdown. We'll check our slides. Ooh. They do move. Just a smidge on the firm side, but that's okay, I think, for this. So slides are moving, they're not frozen in place, and the piston's collapsed. Now we can take it apart and feel good about replacing the brake pads. So we have 14mm bolts here, and I'm going to use a 19 if I need to hold this inner slide in place. And then the caliper bracket bolts are also 18mm, 17mm, 14mm. I can use a 19mm to hold these, and then 17mm for the caliper bracket in the back. Guess I'll break out the 3/8 ratchet. I guess I realize if you don't have air tools, you can use a 1/2-inch breaker bar on that. We're going to pull our slides out and lubricate them, and we can replace these. They just pull in and out. Little spring things on the side. And give it some fresh caliper lubricant on the pin. If it looks rusty or something, you can certainly buff it, sand it down, smooth it out. Little friction fit in the middle too, you want to squeeze down on. Nice and new. Rotor comes off pretty nice. If it doesn't, you can probably tap it on the backside with a hammer. So this is a fully coated rotor, so you don't need to wash it, but most rotors will come with a anti-rust, anti-corrosion film on it that you want to wash off. So you can use warm soap and water, wash off your rotor, and towel dry it. On both sides, on the friction, where the friction material rides, just wash it all down and mount it. Should be good to go. We can just take this out of the box and mount it, and we'll put our screws in. I would say no, screws are not required. Seems like Toyota and Honda are really the major players for the screw-on rotors and drums. Otherwise, many other manufacturers don't bother, so not a huge deal if you don't have them. The lug nuts will hold them on. We'll throw our caliper on and torque it to 80 foot-pounds. Our new pads, here's our new inner pad. We put a little lubricant on the corners here on the edges where it rides in the metal. And we just put on the new metal hardware. And do your best not to get the lubricant onto the brake pad. And also, people put a little bit on the piston contact points. Oops, sorry. Put some on the piston contact points. Might need to push the caliper slides in to get the caliper to drop down and bolt these on. These are 36 foot-pounds for this particular vehicle. It seems like it was less for the MDX, maybe 26 foot-pounds, but otherwise that's darn close. So there you go. Firm brake pad replacement on your 2002 and other model years Acura. Go to the master cylinder. I'm going to put our tire on. Tighten up these as tight as we can in a crisscross pattern off the ground. Then we'll lower the vehicle to the wheels touching the ground, then we'll torque them down to about 80 foot-pounds. Alright, our young oil change gentleman is fresh out of school in the last 3 years, so he says the way they're teaching him is to drop the tires so they just touch the ground and then torque them down. If it really matters if it's halfway down or all the way down, but here we are, halfway down. We'll torque them to 80 foot-pounds. We'll do the same for the other side, and then we'll head to the master cylinder and talk about that. Alright, here's the cap. Here's a float, which probably can cause brake light to be on. Got some wires going to it. That locks into place. Actually, it says front here on the top, and it may be hard to see, but there's minimum and maximum lines on this. So we're above the minimum, below the maximum. It's kind of floating right there. So turn the cap off, check your fluid, locks back into place. So we're done with the brake job. When you're collapsing your pistons, you want to maybe just make sure fluid doesn't flow out of here. Brake fluid can damage paint, so if you want to keep things clean, you can maybe suck a little out with a clean rag or a turkey baster or something. Just keep an eye on it when you're collapsing pistons. And then top it off a bit if you took some out, and then pump the brake pedal a few times when you're done. Set the brakes in their proper spot. That'll set the brake fluid to where it needs to be, and then you can add or subtract as needed your fluid here. So that's basics on the master cylinder and your Acura 3.2 TL. Good luck to you.